Yo, what's up guys? I'm Ray Brizzy of Lucky Cat Beats, and today I'm actually going to be going through an off-season J. Cole type beat. So, let's get to it. Alright guys, so here we are at my computer, and I did grab a lot of these loops from Splice and whatnot, but I'm just going to play the intro for you guys, and then also at the very end of the beat, I'm just gonna show you guys where I got all my samples and whatnot. But let me start off with a few stuff. And as I was scrolling through Splice, man, like I really like how this vocal sounded. So let me play it for you guys. And then let me play it again without any of the effects that I added to it. Anytime I grab any like vocals or any sound, I try to add reverb to it, and there are a couple of free reverbs you can use. There's this Dragonfly reverb, and this one's really good. Let me open it for you guys, and you can just customize it to whatever you want, but this is one of the free ones if you want to check that one out. And then one of the paid ones that I do like to use is the CLA one, because it has a compressor, it has a reverb, it has a delay, you can pitch it here, so everything's kind of like in one plugin. So it's like super easy to use. And then let's go to the other. So the other sound at the beginning of the beat is the Rhodes. So let me play it for you guys. And and the main reason I only use this in the Rhodes is because sometimes there's certain frequencies that kind of compete. So the guitar and the Rhodes are going to compete more than the vocals and the guitar. But if you put all three sounds together, it just gets too crazy. So that's the main reason I only use the Rhodes at the very intro of the beat. But that's just something you kind of have to think about when you're making beats, is like what frequencies are taking what place. But besides that, I'm gonna play it for you guys without any of my plugins. And on this one, I just added a reverb on it, RC20, and then just practically some vinyl crackles on it to make it sound like a sample. And then I added some flutter and wild to it, and just to give it that like a little bit more like older sound, like it was sampled, but also at the same time, I didn't like originally how it sounded at first, but after my edits, it's just a lot more like in your face, but also like it sounds like vinyl. But anyways, that's what I did for the intro, and let me play them together for you guys. Alright, so as you guys can hear, I added a guitar, and there was mostly just three main samples. So the vocals, the Rhodes at the very beginning, and then this guitar. And I'm gonna play for you guys the guitar to see what it sounds like with any of the effects that I added to it. So as you guys can tell, the guitar at the very beginning sounded like super dry, but again, I use the CLA vocals, and though technically like it's a vocal one, you could use it for any instrument. And so I added a lot of reverb. I made sure that I was at the chambers setting, and then I added delay to it. Delay for guitars is very important, but this one I didn't go as dramatic with it. And then I also did a pitch, and so where it sounds a little bit darker, so I brought down the pitch. And then the other one is I use a Guitar Stomp 6, and I use more reverb, vibrolo, a chorus, and a doubler. So I'm gonna show you guys what it sounds like with just the CLA vocal stereo. And again, when I start mixing any like samples or any like loops, I try to treat them like vocals, you know, making sure that they're wide enough, that there's like enough depth to them. That way, like, I don't know, like it just sounds good to me. But let me play it without the guitar stomp. around with the sounds that you're doing and using. But all of these are Waves plugins. Make sure that you go cop them. They're really good. I use them for vocals a lot. But anyways, besides that, let's get to the drums. So I'm gonna play the hi-hat real quick for you guys. So even though the hi-hat seemed really simple, I actually played them myself. So the only thing I did make it quantized, but the hi-hats right here, as you guys can see, it's not just straightforward, and some of it were just parts that I was missing. But even though I quantized it, it does keep like a human element to it. But yeah, let me play the cymbal for you guys real quick. I chose 2 different cymbals just to kind of keep the beat a little bit different, and I added reverb to it as well. And that's it for the cymbals. And then for the snare, there's 2 different snares. This is the main one that I was using on the beat. And then the other snare is right here. And I did add a little bit of reverb to it. And then lastly, we're at the kick. And originally, I didn't like that part, but I think it just made the beat a little bit different and unique, and so I just decided to keep it. And again, when I was making these drums, I was playing on myself, and so even though I did quantize it, some of it is still like has that human element to it, because there's some stuff that might be quantized, but it's quantized in the wrong spot. So that's just something that you want to keep in mind. And then lastly, we will go to the 808. Alright, and as for the 808, I kind of followed the drum kick almost exactly how it was, except for certain parts. And then I just dragged the 808, and that's all I really did to it. I do like how it sounds and how it comes in. It's like a very like powerful like intro. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was really cool. Other than that, let me play the verse for you guys so you guys can hear it. And at the very beginning, just like I do in most of my beats, I want to let people kind of drown in the sample a little bit. So I just kind of let the sample be on its own, and then I start adding some of the drums slowly. As for the chorus, I just take off the drums or actually the kick, because the kick is a little too harsh. And what I want to do is I want to kind of have it like just the 808 have that like party vibe. And even though it does have some of the stat vocals in it, I think this still goes pretty well with the song. But let me play the chorus for you guys. But anyways, that's what the chorus sounds like. And then every time I go into the second verse, I try to add something a little bit different to it. And usually I always do it at this spot. But on this one, I just decided to keep the the vocals on it. And that way they could just hear the vocals only and the guitar, and then it goes right back into the drums. And then I take out the vocals completely, and then I add the kick so that people can know that it's a verse. So that's what I mostly did for the beat, and then the other part at the very end is that I just let it ride out after the chorus, and I just faded stuff out. And I took out the 808 and the kick because those are too strong to end with. So I just wanted to end with the hi-hat, this, and the snares. Alright guys, so that's all I really did for this beat. The next part is I'm going to show you guys where I got the sounds from in Splice. Just give me a moment so I can open up Splice. Okay guys, so this is where I got the Rode sound. It's called The Glow, and you can feel free to catch it here. Alright, and then right here are the pads, or what I call the vocals. And here's where I got the guitar. It's called Guitar Chords Alpha. I'm just gonna show you where I got the drum. Alright, and as for the 808 that I got is from Place, and it's called Power. And then the hi-hat that I got is by Place, it's OC Beat. Most of my drums I grab are from Place, except for the kick. Here's one of the hats that I got. And then here's the other open hi-hat that I got. And here's the snare that I got, it's called Style. And I just like how like gritty and punchy it sounded. I don't know, I really like that snare for this beat. And then there's I thought it was a snare, but it's a snap by Place, and it's called Fire Fans. It just, I don't know, it sounds so cool. I like it. And then lastly, the kick that I got, it's called Mega O2, and it's by Decap, Drums That Knock. And I just like how strong and punchy it is. Alright guys, other than that, that's it for this beat. I'm Ray Brizzy of Lucky Cat Beats, helping you get to your next lucky breakthrough moment in music. Take care guys, peace.